Hi, I'm Erin Spain. Welcome back to my channel. This week we are keeping it simple. I am going to show you how to make this easy DIY magazine holder, and this is a great project for a beginner woodworker because it really is so easy and doesn't require many tools. As always, I will list everything I used in the description box below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. All right, let's get started. First, I cut my 1x6 board into two pieces at 12 inches long each and one piece at 14 inches long using my miter saw. Then I sanded them smooth with my orbital sander. The two 12-inch long pieces will be the sides of the magazine holder. I wanted to go ahead and drill my holes before assembling the sides and bottom, so I measured and marked 1.5 inches from the bottom of each piece and I started there. I traced a dowel using my pencil, making sure to measure so it would be 1/8 of an inch from the side edge. Then I measured and marked 1/2 inch and traced the next dowel and continued this pattern all the way up both sides of each 12-inch long piece. I traced all the way around each dowel so I could make sure the holes would be accurately placed. So again, each hole is 1/2 inch apart except for the bottom because that one is 1.5 inches from the bottom edge, and they're all 1/8 of an inch from the side edge of the board. To drill the holes, I clamped both pieces together with a squeeze clamp so I could drill the holes all at once, not only to save time, but also to ensure that my dowels would line up properly. I did experience quite a bit of tear out doing it this way, so not sure if maybe that wouldn't have been such an issue if I had drilled the holes into one board at a time, but I decided to add some painter's tape to the back and it helped a little bit with that. I experimented a little bit and tried doing this with a Forstner bit and a spade bit, and the way that worked best for me was to drill the hole with the Forstner bit and then go in with the spade bit because it made the hole a tiny bit bigger, just enough to make the dowel glide in more smoothly. There's a lot of repetition with this project and it can get a little bit tedious, but it's definitely not difficult. After I finished drilling all the holes, I sanded them smooth with my orbital sander again. Next, I attach the sides to the bottom using wood glue and a brad nailer. I typically pour my glue onto a paper plate for easy access and apply it with a silicone glue brush. I applied the glue and then used my brad nailer and 1.5 inch brad nails to attach the pieces. It helped to use a speed square to keep everything square while I attached it. While the glue dried, I cut my dowel pieces. I used my miter saw to cut 22 dowel pieces, each at 16 inches long. I cut them a little bit long because I knew I could trim off the excess later, and I decided I would rather have them be a little too long than a little too short. I inserted the dowels and slid them through to the hole on the other side. The fit was snug enough that I didn't need any wood glue for this, but you could use it if you want some extra reinforcement. Since the fit was so tight, I used a mallet to pound the dowel the rest of the way in, and I used my spade bit whenever I needed the hole to be a tiny bit bigger. It shaved off just enough for the dowel to slide in more easily. I used a pull saw to trim off the excess dowel. Eventually, I decided to just wait until the end and cut off all the excess at once. I just continued this process, drilling a little with my spade bit, inserting the dowel, and using the mallet to hammer it in. This was a super simple and fun project, perfect for beginner woodworkers. You can find the written tutorial on my blog, which I will link for you below. When all the dowels had been inserted, I cut off the excess and then sanded everything smooth. You can paint or stain this however you choose, but I decided to leave it natural and just finished it with a polyacrylic top coat and a satin finish. And now for the outtakes. Need to sneeze. So easy and requires few. Thanks so much for watching. You can find me online at erinspain.com or on social media at erinspainblog. In the meantime, please be sure to check out some of my other videos and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you.